Hey, what's going on, Cancer? How's it going today? This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for March 2022. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at some upcoming opportunities and challenges coming your way. We're also going to close off the reading with some advice and messages from your angels and spirit guides. So you are all big time welcome here in this space with me as we go through the reading. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the reading. Much love all around. If you find that it resonates with you, Cancer, don't forget to like and subscribe as well. That would be greatly appreciated on my end. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into your March 2022 energy. Give me a moment and we'll see what wants to come through. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Cancer. All right, Cancer, give me a moment. We'll see what wants to come through here for you. Okay. Okay, Cancer. I see kind of like a similar theme for those of you who are returning viewers here, Cancer, from your last reading. Kind of a similar theme, like dealing with maybe the ending to a love situation, other options on the table. Obviously not for all of you, but for a lot of you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. So let's go ahead and start off in your opportunity slot for March 2022. We have the Three of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and also the King of Swords here in your opportunity. For a lot of you, I do really sense that you could be disconnecting from someone in maybe a long-term relationship or even a situationship. This could be a friend for some of you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but someone in your life who you feel has been overbearing with that King of Swords. This could be a boss figure. A lot of you, it's going to be a romantic relationship though, Cancer, because this is a recurring theme from last week. There could be an opportunity to finally disconnect, and because you have the Two of Pentacles here, this is almost like weighing your options, making a decision about something that you've been kind of like, it's just been up in the air for so long. Because when you look at your challenge right here, right, the Tower or recurring theme, something's falling apart, especially with that Three of Swords in relationships, conflict, and love. I think like intuitively what's going on here, Cancer, is a lot of you also, although you have this big love situationship falling apart, you also have a lot of options on the table though. So it gets kind of confusing. Now for others of you though here, Cancer, some of you may be having to be more disciplined with yourself as well, right? Embodying that King of Swords for yourself, because whenever you let go of a relationship like that, you kind of need to integrate the energy, like learn lessons from people that have been around you. So we're going to clarify that in a second to get even more information out of it. But we move here to your challenge, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and also the Tower as your challenge for March 2022. So there could be, because of this split or because of this like lack of direction, because you got so much things going on because of this stressful ending, the Ace of Pentacles is your challenge. So some of you may have to put some sort of idea on the back burner because you're dealing with more immediate like love situations or your career or some sort of business idea. It's not that it's never going to happen for you, but right now you have to almost tend to greater wounds and make sure that you don't just run off into some sort of great business idea, which I'm sure a lot of you have, Cancer, like too soon. Like it's all about integrating this loss. So that could be something that's kind of like a challenge for you this month, like getting something going. Now, you have the the Knight of Cups, of course, to your challenge, the centerpiece to your reading, but it is in the challenge row along with this Tower, Cancer. So certainly I feel the Knight of Cups is an end to a romance for a lot of you, with the Three of Swords to the King of Swords could be a man if you're a woman, or whoever you are. The Knight of Cups is the end to a romance, and it's very challenging because a lot of you don't want to let go of this person. I feel like you feel like very attached to this person, almost like you can't let them go even though it's falling apart. Like a lot of you, if you really admit it to yourself, Cancer, you may on the surface just say, no, I'm done, but like there's still feelings here. I think this could be a soulmate you're disconnecting from. So like romance is in the air as well. I think you have other options on the table. Like I said, like maybe like you're almost thinking of like rebounding with other people. So that's on the table. So you just feel like that's good for some of you, maybe others of you that stresses you out. But the Tower is also in your challenge. The Tower represents like a long-standing safety net, or like a system that's been built up. It's coming to an end, and it has to do with love, or just a relationship, a boss, whatever, for some of you. Now we move down here to your advice from your spirit guides. We have the Fool, the Queen of Cups, and also the Knight of Pentacles here. And this is the advice to move in a new direction, even though like something is telling you to stay with someone or stay in a situation that's just not good for you anymore. This could be a job for some of you that you're losing maybe. But the Fool is telling you to move in a new direction here. Even if you don't feel like you're ready to do it, things are crumbling around you. So it's almost like get out of Dodge with that Fool energy is what I sense. Now the Queen of Cups as well. You have to realize, Cancer, that everything happens for a reason, and when life gets stressful and it feels like your life is falling apart, it's just so that something new can be built up, a new tower. Hopefully this time it will not, fall apart. But to be honest, life is all about cycles. It's about embracing change, right? Not running from it. So if you're really on the spiritual path, you know that you're going to have multiple towers in your life, and they're actually a good thing, because when you look back on your life, Cancer, and you look at the most challenging situations, those are what build you into who you are to start these big ideas with the Ace of Pentacles, to be someone who's more in alignment with you. You're looking at it from the perspective of, oh my God, I'm going to lose so much here, but you have so much more to gain, because this was obviously out of alignment, this relationship, for a lot of you. So you're moving to somewhere where someone will actually, I feel, be able to hold space for you emotionally, Cancer. What I sense, especially because the King of Swords keeps coming up, a lot of you are dealing with a partner who is just emotionally unavailable. And so the Fool to the King of Swords is like, or the Queen of Cups, is your soul. Spirit is telling you need to go somewhere where people will listen to you, where you are honored, and people really like feel into your situation, and you're not dealing with someone who's just like in a narcissistic romantic bubble, now you also have the Knight of Pentacles here in the advice from Spirit. So for some of you dealing with like a lot of love options on the table, even though something's falling apart, this could be to go with someone who's like steady here. Maybe not though. For a lot of you here, it's like going to be a slow buildup, recovering from this loss, because the Tower is your challenge. The Knight of Pentacles right underneath it says don't force yourself to get over this immediately. Slow is smooth, but smooth is fast. So don't take this like you need to rush anything. You may need to rush a situation to disconnect from an individual or whatever that King of Swords represents to you, that heartbreak. But beyond that, building your life back up in the new life, once you've separated, don't be afraid to take it slow. The Fool to the Knight of Pentacles, that's like a new start. Don't expect yourself to have it figured out overnight, Cancer. Does that make sense? All right, so I think we're starting to make sense for sure. But let's go ahead and get into the clarification portion of this reading. I'm going to clarify a few cards here that I think are necessary. Let's go ahead and see a little bit more information about why this Three of Swords is here for you in your opportunity. So maybe it's an opportunity to really face reality, even if it really hurts. This could be in relation to your business ideas as well. Like, what do you need to change in your life to really make this a reality? The Knight of Pentacles, developing new habits. The Queen of Cups, understanding your emotional self, surrounding yourself with more high vibrational people. Let's go ahead and see. Why is the Three of Swords here? Okay, the Three of Swords is clarified by the Suppression card. So I feel like a lot of you could have been dealing with like a very prolonged situation where something was over for a long time, but you were suppressing it for some reason. So the Ten of Wands here is like also another omen of an ending, right? The number 10 is coming out all over the place, in my mind, at least in this reading. So it's good to see it confirmed. So I think this is a major crash ending to something that, maybe it's hard to hear this now, Cancer, but it's almost like you could have got out of this sooner, but you suppressed it, and now you've learned a lesson of like when you suppress, it just gets worse. It's better, or at least it's just a lesson of like a mini lesson to say like it's better to catch problems when they're small, right? For some of you, and so it will feel really good though. By the way, like it's almost like there is an ending here, but I don't sense like a lot of you are not like really stuck in the negative. It's almost like you have an opportunity with the Three of Swords to transmute that. Since it's there as an opportunity, it's like you can turn the worst feeling into ecstasy if you just surrender to what your life is doing, right? Don't think that your individual ego mind can work out the best possible outcome for yourself. Have, humble yourself. The Tower is all about humbling the Three of Swords potentially as well, to where it's like surrender to your flow. Does that make sense, Cancer? I don't know why I'm going off on this, but I am. So let's also go ahead and clarify this King of Swords, because I feel like this could be the person that you're dealing with for a lot of you. This could also represent your own energy. Why is this King of Swords here for Cancer? The opportunity here in a more career-based sense could be to just develop more discipline, because the Knight of Pentacles, the advice, King of Swords opportunity, if you're looking at the energy just simply by embodying, right, it's a very like military style like regiment. Okay, we got change. Okay, yeah. So the King of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords here, schizophrenia. The person that you're dealing with could be very they could be very like almost like ghosting you. So for others of you, this could be someone who's very emotionally disturbed about what's going on in your opportunity. But really the main message for all of you, Cancer, with this, the Two of Swords here, it's called the Schizophrenia card in this deck, and it's all about making a jump. It's the Two of Pentacles here, the number 2. You have a choice in love, okay? But I think it's almost just saying no matter what, you got to take this fool. You got to take the jump. Don't keep just hanging in suspension, right? It's better to just fall and see where the universe takes you, okay? Does that make sense, Cancer? So this person also could be, because traditionally the Two of Swords is a very closed down denial. So someone could be in denial here. Like the person you're dealing with is very distraught, or you even are, like something could have happened, like it came to an end all of a sudden for some of you. Others, it could have been building, like I was saying. Let's go ahead and move on to your challenge, though. Let's go ahead and see why the Tower is here. Why is the Tower here in your challenge? Any more information? Okay, the Tower is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Outsider card here in your challenge. So some of you, especially with that Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles being in your challenge, this is the opportunity. Some of you could have been financially dependent on whatever it is coming to an end. For a lot of you, it is love, but for others of you, it's some sort of system. Like this could put you in a compromised situation financially, disconnecting to this person. And because a lot of you have other lovers, like you have people around you that are like on the table, it's like you almost... like this is going to compromise you financially, or it's like even if it, like for some reason you're going to feel like an outsider, because when your life falls apart, it's almost like, where do I go? If you're not really struggling financially that badly, it's going to be more so like you just, the number 5 is all about difficulty and struggle. So once this falls apart, once you admit this and you let it go, it's almost like you're like, oh my God, I have nowhere to go. I just feel like an alien on this planet, right? Because you feel like this like big loss. But you do have so much things going on. Like, I think the reason you left this person, Cancer, is because you have big dreams. Like the Knight of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles are really dreamy, romantic, especially with the Fool, like Queen of Cups, King. Like this is what's been in your life. This is what's coming into your life down here. If you look at my hand, like you have a great life path. So it was necessary for you to leave that behind, for some of you to get this going, even if you don't want it, even if this person broke up with you or whatever it may be. But let's go ahead and clarify as well, Cancer, this this Knight of Cups in the centerpiece. If you're reading the challenge, why is this here? Could be a past life relationship for some of you. The past lives card almost just popped out. Why is the Knight of Cups here in your challenge? Patience. Okay. The Knight of Cups is clarified by patience in your challenge. So someone here might be willing to be patient. For some of you in your challenge, like you're simply too patient with this person. This person may treat you horribly, but they say one thing and like it makes, like some of you, this is a past life soulmate relationship. That's why it's so hard to let go. But some of you with the Knight of Cups, it's almost like they may have a lot of patience for you as well. I do sense, you know, and so it makes it tougher for you to leave because they may apologize. They may have a lot of patience and they're being very romantic. And so it kind of like sucks you back in. Now, for others of you, though, you may be dealing with someone new who you have to be patient with. Now, the Knight of Cups to the Patience card in general also just says like the challenge is you want your life to be very dreamy, romanticized, like not dealing with relationship struggle, but by being, you want to be like in Hawaii, like sipping a margarita, or like whatever your dream life is, you want to be there, and your challenge is that you have to be patient. You're not there. Your true love, obviously, if this is not working out right now, your true love, you need to be patient for it, because exactly with the Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in your advice, like you need to be patient, but it's a challenge. Okay, so just it's pretty self-explanatory with the cards. Ace of Pentacles in your challenge as well. It's like you want it now, but what you're really meant to go through is this breakup. Okay, is this split? If it's quitting a job, whatever. It's like, but trust me, it's fun. It's exciting. You'll get there. You just have to go through this maybe financial struggle, right? Because look, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Like this certainly impacts you in the physical world in March. You may not have the most, it may be questionable, like, oh, what am I doing in March physically, right? Because the Fool too, it's like you're walking a tightrope here. But it doesn't have to be that way if you just surrender to the flow, Cancer. It's just kind of what I'm sensing in your energy. So, all right, with that being said, let's move down here finally to the advice from your spirit guides. We have the Knight of Wands popping out here. Okay, whatever that means to you, intensity. Let's go ahead and clarify this Fool card, though. Why is this Fool card here for you? All right, some of you are thinking you're a bad person. Some of you could be thinking you're a bad person with the Morality card popping out for leaving. Isolation, yeah. A lot of pain. A lot of pain here. You guys are, I feel like you guys are like projecting that there's going to be more pain in your future than pleasure. Like leaving this is going to cause more pain than pleasure. It's deep down, you know that's not true, but it's just like your mind, your ego is telling you that. Wow. Come on, guys. This card wanted to jump out, jumped out again. Three of Swords again, all right? So isolation. A lot of you guys are afraid of like choosing the wrong person or just simply being alone, being around people who don't really get you. This could be a major loss for some of you, just an incompatibility that had to let it go. But like you're really like, the advice here, don't be afraid to be alone, really, is what this is actually saying, the major clarification. The advice is the Fool is willing to be alone, okay? The Fool is willing to completely restart their life, do whatever their heart's calling them to do, or wherever the universe pushes them. So don't be afraid to embrace this. You might have to be alone, right? The outsider is your challenge. Now you have isolation in the advice. So don't be afraid to embrace this aloneness. Now for others of you, it's going to be a challenge because you may have other people that are willing to like deal with you. You may move on very quickly to another person in love, which brings its own problems, right? And you have to be doing it, like ask yourself, am I doing this for the right reason or not, Cancer? Because your challenge is all this Pentacles. Like, are you with someone just because you hate them, but like they can provide you financial security, like whatever. I'm not here to actually judge that, by the way, at all. You know, seriously. So it's like, this is just what Spirit's bringing to my awareness, okay? Let's go ahead and move on, though, to why the Knight of Pentacles is here in your advice position. Let's go ahead and see. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for Cancer? Okay, Knight of Pentacles clarified by the participation card. I think like whatever you guys are losing here, you might have to get a new job, or you might have to really start this new thing that so the Four of Wands here, there could be new people that are coming into your life very slowly, but really the advice is to participate in your reality. There's a bunch of little things that you could do, like small steps that your future self will thank you for that you could do today, Cancer. So it's really a call to participate in life. Like I said, participation, it's about people coming together, your soul family. So if something blew up and you needed to leave behind something, you need to go sleep on someone's couch because of some sort of abuse or whatever, it's like feel free to do that. Like in the extremes of life, like I guarantee there's people out there who care about you, Cancer. So, excuse me, participate with people, ask for help from others is really what I get from there. Also, just do the little things to build whatever this Ace of Pentacles is that you want to build, okay, or recover whatever you got going on. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading, Cancer. If you want more information on your situation, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find the information on that in the description box underneath the video. But with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you have a great March. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.